Everyone, welcome back to part 2 of our winch bumper install. We will be getting this thing on here momentarily. And to start off, I'll show you, here's where we left off. You can see I have painted the crossbars that I welded in place here with the rust fix, and then over that with some of that black paint. And you can see that from one of the previous videos. I'll link above here. Ends up with a nice finish. It's smooth, fairly glossy, matches, and it's underneath, so nobody's really going to see it. The only tools needed for this job, and this is assuming that your bumper's on here with nothing else special or anything else done. 1T55 Torx bit. I've got my Cobalt rechargeable impact gun. I've run these things from Lowe's for quite a while on stuff like this. They're awesome. 1 7/16 wrench. I've got a little ratcheting wrench. You can use a ratchet socket, whatever you want, for the side bolts that hold this Jeep cover on. And that is it. Fortunately, the way mine's set up with this existing Roadmaster tow setup on here, I've got to drop that off before I can get the lower bolts out on the Jeep. Alright, I've already shot these things with a little bit of PB Blast after I loosened them up a hair, just so it could soak in there, ease this up a bit. But these are the 7/16, so it's probably a solid inch of bolt to hold on a plastic cover. This will be the same thing, a whole lot of bolt for a little bit of plastic cover. The entire cover here should lift straight off. Oh, I've got the second bolt. Okay, other side did not have a rear bolt in place. Driver's side, however, does. And it is on there good and tight. It's like I did on the other two. Well, one way to get it to come off easier is to simply snap the bolt, which just happened. Now, had there not been the Roadmaster tow bar on here, be two bolts similar on the bottom that would zip out, bumper would be off. Alright, got the full bumper off, ready to drop the new one on. Got the Roadmaster towed steering bracketry off, and while the other side uses pass-through bolts, some backing plates, and nuts, the driver's side strictly uses your steering box mounts. So goes through these three, goes into the steering box. They were a pain to get out, did finally get them out, and putting them back in, got the top two torqued to 70, and the bottom one, before it was close to hitting the 70 foot-pound mark, snapped on me. So guess what the next job's going to be on this, and looking at the Wrangler forums, or the Wrangler TJ forums, it looks like I'm not the only one that's been through this. So first step, I'll be ordering some bolts that are proper spec, but for now I'm going to finish getting this winch back on here, get this thing back on the road, and then get ready to fix this.
A little bit to that side right now. You got it on? Because it's
there.
okay.
Did your side slip on, not lined up?
Yeah, no, it's not lined up.
That's fine. Okay, we got this thing set on here. Next step, I'm going to try it and see if I can ease the bolt holes into alignment here with the alignment punch. And as these things tend to go in the real world, see if I can get a close-up on this. You can see we have both holes on the driver's side lined up pretty cleanly. We come back over to the passenger side, and the front hole is lined up fairly nicely. But if we go and try and get the back one somewhat in alignment, we are a no-go. So it looks like what I'm going to have to do is break out the grinder here and take off some of the sway bar, mounting bracket, so I can get these things a little more side to side and rearward, where the slot will pick up some of the slack there. But I'll try and start all 4 bolts in this position, see what happens. If it doesn't work, we'll be doing a little trimming. I got 3 of the bolts pretty cleanly started. Still not enough clearance to get this last one, so I'm going to see if I can persuade the bumper a few fractions of an inch here with a dead blow mallet, and maybe get this in without breaking out a grinder. And it may have budged a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be enough. No, it's just not enough. What it did, however, do is put a lot of tension on the other bolts. I think I'm just going to grab my grinder and edge out just the edge of this hole where it sets to make room to get this bolt down in there. I don't think structurally that's going to cause much of a problem. This is one of those times where I'm dealing with what I'm dealt as well. I know a lot of you have probably been in the same situation. So I'll grab my grinder in a bit. Well, all the pleasures of working on a 20-year-old Jeep, or almost 20-year-old Jeep, I guess. Both of my grinding bits have lost their edge pretty fast on this. I'm going to go see if I can find something that's a little more harsh that'll actually get a good bite on this, that I can get that elongated with. Finish getting it all bolted down, and probably have to finish up the rest of this video tomorrow, as it is starting to get cold and dark. So I'll cut this off for now. We'll pick back up when I get back to it.